Okay, let's continue on exploring more in GreedFall. Aha! More stuff we can loot. Oh, now I'll tell you what, this place is so easy to get lost in this place, I swear it is. My god. Bleh. Should we just go... Oh, there's something else we can... Yes, thank you. That.
To my help.
Oh!
And death to the earth. Here, my beauties.
Oh. Going on, your direct offensive is sometimes quite useful. It really is quite useful at times. Oh, and by no means are they the most difficult enemies in this game, I can assure you. Begin here. And we've already gone past that. Did not want to go past there. Where are we? Oh god, find my way. Good. Leather isn't quite important in this game. I honestly suggest that you don't just sell stuff that you find, just maybe dismantle equipment you don't need, but especially crafting materials and all sorts of odds and ends, just save it. You'd be amazed how useful it can be in this game. Okay, let's head down here. Anything down here? Pass it by. No, we'll just continue on our way. I know I'm not running because I don't want to miss anything. Oh, the map a little more often. That would probably be quite useful, wouldn't it? So that goes down there. Bridge Alliance, Teleme. Alright, well. I suppose since we're going that direction. Oh, hang on. Torn out diary page. My pains are getting stronger and stronger. My guts are churning. It's getting harder and harder for me to run the shop. Some evenings I can't even feel my legs anymore. It's as though they've turned to ice. There's no longer any doubt. The Malachor has got me like so many others. Say I had so little strength that I couldn't even cross the road to get to my shop. Who needs books when everybody is dying anyway? All that's left for me to do is to drag myself to the little dispensary they install behind the barracks and hope they can ease my suffering. It's the almighty bastard Malachor. The great sickness that is devouring this world. And we are tasked to find a cure for it. My god. No pressure then. No bloody pressure then.
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
I didn't mean to talk to her, because I was trying to sprint. Anyways. Ooh. Anything? Yes, there is certainly stuff down here. Now this you can just acquire single stuff as you need, or you can just collect everything. We're just going to collect everything for now. Oh yes, those fires give up the same thing, those little embers, sparkling embers, the same thing as your loot boxes, so that actually fooled me a few times. I thought there were loot boxes, so it turns out it's an open fire. I'm like, that's not a loot box. Genuinely got me a couple of times. Let's have a look around here first. Well, head down here. Go. Now, you will at times get bits of equipment and all that, you know, that are higher, you know, just high percentage. But, you know, if you're someone like me who loves, you know, find this sort of stuff for the loot aspect, then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's see shit. So for torsos, right? Like I could switch to this, right? Excuse me. But as far as I'm concerned, while I'm just exploring, I'd rather have a higher loot chance than better armor. You know? Now, so far as I'm aware and understand, you can switch these while in combat. It doesn't stop the enemy coming at you, so you kind of got to be aware of that. But just for the moment, we're just going to, while we're exploring, we're just going to be using this so we can get some more loot. I think is very much preferred. Actually, that's actually a really good place for a pretty decent place for a thumbnail if I can get a half decent position. Camera! Stop being annoying. Camera! Oh my god. Hooray! I found a half decent thumbnail. Right, was this for the is this Teleme, I think? Yes, Teleme. I hope I've said that right.
Good day,
Cardinal.
Excellency.
Lady de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tir Fredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache.
Thank you.
The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Oh?
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Really?
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
What do you mean by heretics?
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
Ah.
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
Right, let's ask about TT. I love he just says heretics. I like to have him define why they're heretics or what makes them heretics. He's just going to say label the word heretic. Typical. Right, let's find some information.
Could you tell me anything about Ptolemy?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Ptolemy are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
Well, of course they would take such a political standpoint on that. God. Jeez, politics. Ugh. I don't pretend to understand politics. It's too damn confusing. Oh dear. And what about with the congregation?
What is your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Ptolemy, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands.
I'm sure you are pleased.
The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints.
Oh, only two?
That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
Typical. Absolutely typical. There's always the, oh, to be honest, we just had just a couple of minor things. God. Absolutely typical. Yeah, what about Tiefredi?
How is Ptolemy faring on Tiefredi?
We built a marvelous city, San Mateus, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet?
Really?
Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance.
Obviously.
There is talk of a demonic cult. Disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
So in other words, they've just decided to let the Ordo Luminous, which is probably some sub-faction of the political government, said, here, we want you to convert as many of these people to our cause, no matter what they think. God, there we go. That's the, yeah, quote-unquote, I suppose, the true brilliance of policy and religion for you. Good God. Well, politics, I should say, in religion. The way that they at times so fantastically combine. Yet, seriously? How many times does it ever truly actually work? I mean, let's face it, they do actually counteract each other after time. No, no, we'll have this. No, by this Lord's word, by this prophet's meaning, we shall do this. No, 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 no. You are the corrupted according to politics, so we're going to do this, then we're going to do that. But no, by the holy faith, it must be this way than that. Oh well. Just sounds like another crusade to me, to be perfectly honest. But hey, that's my standpoint on the whole issue. That's just my opinion. Yeah. Now, what about the Bridge Alliance?
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have?
A few, I think.
These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
Really?
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting.
Good.
The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
At least in their eyes, anyway. So while they try and convert one side, the others are at war with the other. My God, those natives are nowhere near at peace, are they? They're trying to defend their religion on one side and then defend their territory on the other. How is that peace? How the hell is that peace? Oh my God. It sounds a little bit like certain parts of history, a little bit how the world's even acting today. God, this shows not much has changed, unfortunately.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
Oh, thank you, Cardinal. Sure we need too much of the light, but thank you nonetheless. That Fontaine, maybe? Let's have a look. The vendor. Let's go and well, while we're on the same, well, I suppose this section is the best word to use. Let's go on the Prince's Palace. Wouldn't exactly call this flamboyant at the moment, but anyways. Ah, excuse me. Good. Good, come on. See, it's ritualistic burnings? Oh, maybe these people are the Malachor. Okay, then that's how I understand it. They're at the Malachor, then I totally understand why they're doing that. I mean, after all, heat does burn away a lot of chemicals. It really does. Not all, but a lot. Makes quite a lot of sense, actually. Right, let's now speak with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. Ah. What are you mixing there, mate? Sahid? Mixing.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tirfredi. My cousin Constantine is taking office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant.
Yeah.
Please, tell me what troubles you.
Come on, out
A
with it.
rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene.
Just
a
one?
charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. they snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
Thank
I
you.
shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Well, at least that's your opinion, but thank you for the warning. Right, now, about the Bridge Alliance?
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of her allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Saad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
So essentially they are very respected and known scientists and like to push the boundaries in the world of chemicals and alchemical preparation. No problem. I know where to turn for chemicals now. Excellent. And with the merchants?
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent.
Good.
It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemy.
That's our choice. And I'm glad you respect that. Tirfredi?
The Bridge Alliance has been on Tirfredi for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me.
And?
It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous.
Sounds lovely.
We discovered animals that we had never ever seen before.
Not surprised.
Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island.
Of
A
course.
savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
In other words, by the Bridge Alliance's terms, they're at war with the natives who are utterly savage because they don't appreciate people exploring near their territory and trespassing. Yet the Bridge Alliance doesn't seem to care. Yeah, that sounds about right for some modern wars as well. And even historical as well. Yeah, this sounds this sounds so deja vu for history right now. Oh God. Oh, sorry. Muscles just tensed up for a slightly there. And with the Ptolemy?
And what of your war with Ptolemy?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver whether here or on Tiafredi.
Of
Have you been
course.
fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Teleme has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city.
Good idea.
Direct conflicts are in fact quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
Inevitably. Yes, you're right about that much.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Ah, yes. Different cultures, point of view on multiple different things. Wait, we're just looking around here, alright? Exactly. Down here, nope, just a couple of, well, yeah. Wait. What? Oh. Back through here. Right, let's sort this out. Coin guard. I think we'll do the vendor first. But I mean, we can only sort one problem out at a time, really. Oh. Certain stuff we can use, good.
Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Come, celebrate the miracle of
Just have a look at something for a second.
believe your eyes. This discovery will give you faith in existence.
Let's go back and this way and do the vendor first. Try not to disturb these people if we can help it. They're obviously praying and wishing loved ones goodbye. I'm not going to interrupt it if I can possibly avoid it. Not going to walk there. Okay, do our best to not interrupt
The
that.
merchant is there.
Huh? What? Oh, thanks, Kurt. Now, something I should point out as well for interactions, excuse me, especially when, oh, excuse me, God. Now, especially when you want to have the the added attributes of intuition, if there's charisma, lockpicking, etc., they are only active when you have that piece of clothing equipped. Just so that you know. If it's not equipped, it's not active. So, yeah. Just so that you're aware. Right, vendor. Here to talk.
Good day, my lady. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, madam. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
Really?
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
True.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm just an agent, and I'm only obeying orders.
And the instructions?
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
If you can't tell already, there's British accents there. Quite the varied types as well.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise?
Yeah,
if these
exactly.
thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
You have
This
a
whole
point
story
there.
sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You were demanding a second payment, but refused to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
Ah. So, remember I was speaking about charisma and intuition can play a pivotal role in things? This is why. Now, if you now, I should explain. If you decide to threaten people in, like, conversations, you can actually harm your reputation with cities and other states, or individuals as well, so be very, very careful. Occasionally, as far as I know, occasionally one of these might have a slightly bad outcome with a character, although the overall outcome will be good, or at least it will help you. It might provoke a -1 from a character, but it's, yeah, I suppose I'd say it's two-way streak, but just be aware. Charisma is incredibly good, happens a lot. Intuition, not always, but it's always nice to have that for this and for another reason, which I'll explain. So, but charisma will help you out so many times it's not even funny. So, really, I'm not kidding. But now, the green means it's usable, just so that you know. 50% are not going to take the chance, but to use a bribe, use some intuition, I think.
I'm certain we can come to an unofficial arrangement. You are clearly the apprentice of a demanding master who expects you to follow orders without raising a brow. Life in your shoes can't be easy. Perhaps we could help you take the weight off your feet.
And what would I have to do in exchange? If I give you the merchandise, my master will still demand the price you're supposed to pay me.
Not if you were robbed. By pure chance. I mean, it could happen to anyone. What if the guards leave a little extra bonus in your pocket as you look away? And while you're making yourself busy elsewhere, some of my men break in and collect their merchandise. You'll just have to make a devastated, the dastardly boldness of a face in front of your master, and we're done.
Clever.
And the bonus will be how much?
Well, you won't be retiring with it.
Exactly.
Oh. All right. Done. I'm with you. As soon as I've received my bonus, my eyes will grow weary-like.
Oh, really?
Not just yet. You'll get your bonus afterwards.
Cheeky.
The guard has already been taken once by your promises.
Exactly.
Well, you can't hold it against me for trying.
Ah!
Very well. Call for your men to come.
You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
So there you go, so that helped us with the reputation, the coin guard. Now, I have a feeling... Ah yes, let's crouch. Now I know something about this game, let's see if I can pull it off. Yes! Stealth attacks! Hell, whoa! Whoa! Now that's very much like in Assassin's Creed where you could stealth assassinate. Hell yeah. Basically the same type of thing, so quite pleased about that. I mean, it's based on. I assume it's based on the same or very similar concept, but yeah. So creep around here. Are we? Oh, we're back around there. Okay, cool. Coin guards. Right. Yeah, I'm trying not to lose my way in here. Okay, so that's where that was. Right. Where is... Oh, let's just go here for the sake of it. Okay, not going in there anytime soon. Fair enough. Anything collect? Oh, yes there is. Right, we'll go through there. Oh, hang on. Is there something there? No. Oh, and I should let you know that if I sound more British than when I first started the game, it's not me trying to intentionally put on an accent, it's just because I actually am, my background is British, so I have British background, so especially when I hear the accent, you know, I tend to, my accent comes out a lot more, it's more influential on me, so in the way I sound, the way I speak, so if you hear a lot more from me, it's not me pretending, it's just, yeah, it's my heritage coming through. I do much get called out on this sometimes, these sorts of things. I'm like, well, I blame my heritage for it. Seriously. Oh, God. Alright. Now, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to... because we have to pass the supposed charlatan, we'll actually go and talk to this charlatan. Supposed anyway. Ooh, hang on, before we do that. Pick this up. Poorly written notice. To the family of the rich man who provoked us. We have him and we will kill him if you do not pay us handsomely. Come with a full purse to the alley south of the old warehouse district. Okay, interesting. Oh, no formal ones, okay. Yeah. Let's move back. Let's switch to charlatan. Since we are within the vicinity, so this is a crafting table, so you can only find this at certain places in the game. But we'll discover that as we go along anyway, so never fret.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything.
Oh!
Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that.
Oh?
And more still. This little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet.
Oh, so not
But
everything.
your question is legitimate.
Of course.
I am so close to finding the cure.
Aren't we all?
But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A file only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course.
So not
That
everything.
being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take 2.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
Oh, excuse me. I wonder. Well, let's have a chat with him, shall we?
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Well, side effects first.
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
I'm quite cautious, to be honest. Demonstration would be good.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning.
Of course you do.
But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now. I saw you take that vial out of your pocket.
Ho-ho!
Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. And in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
Yes, I do agree with that idea, very much so. Alright, I'll tell you what, on that note, we will take a break here. And when we come back, we will be looking for a vial and any incriminating evidence to expose the charlatan. So, I'll see you next time.